Hello students, so we were studying chapter in chemistry that was chemical reactions and equation, and in that we have done one topic, and today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is chemical equation. First of all, we will understand that what is chemical equation. We will take so many examples of chemical equation, and then we will understand that how we will or make or balance the chemical equation. Look students, balancing chemical equation is very important because in 10th standard so many times the question will be asked to balance the chemical equation, and as you will practice the reactions to balance the reactions, it will be easy for you to understand the formulas and concept of that particular equation. And with this we will discuss that how the equation makes more informative. So today we will cover this much topic. Now first of all, what is chemical equation? Look students, every time previously we have discussed about the chemical reaction, that what is chemical reaction. If suppose any reaction occurs and we want to represent that particular chemical reaction on the board or on somewhere, so we need some sort of symbols or some sort of formulas over there. So for me, summarizing that chemical reaction in a form of formulas or symbol, that is known as chemical equation. Means you can define it in this way, that the method of representing, I am just repeating slowly, that the method of representing a chemical reaction with the help of symbols and formula of the substances involved in it is known as chemical reaction. So this is what chemical equation. So suppose here I am taking one example of this, that suppose zinc is, Zn is what? Zinc, and H2SO4 is what? This is sulfuric acid. So student, zinc, here I have represented Zn means zinc. This is the formula, we can say that symbol of zinc, and sulfuric acid H2SO4 means this is the formula of sulfuric acid. I am representing zinc plus sulfuric acid, and when the chemical reaction takes place, then what will form? You all know that zinc sulfate will form plus H2 will form. So you all know H2 is what? That hydrogen gas, and you all know that whenever we are talking about any chemical reaction or equation, here these two are what? These two are reactants, and these two are products. So every time you know that, every time that in any chemical reaction that in product and reactants are compulsory. Now means what happened? Now you can see over here that this equation is having how many types of atom, or we can say how many types of elements are over there. So now we will understand that what is the balancing of equation, or we can say what is balanced or unbalanced equation. So what is balanced and unbalanced equation? For understanding this, here I just want to say that, look here student, that suppose this is the part of reactant, and I will say that here how many types of elements are over here? One is zinc, next one is hydrogen, other is sulfur, and next is oxygen. Okay. Now on this side also obviously reactants and products are always similar there. Then here also zinc is there, sulfur is there, and hydrogen is there. Like hydrogen is also there here, sulfur is also there, and oxygen is also there. Now you just calculate the number of atoms present in that particular reaction on the reactant side and on the product side. If you will see here that zinc is number of atom is what? 1. Hydrogen number of atom is 2. Sulfur number of atom is 1, and oxygen number of atom is what? 4. Okay. Now similarly here also from the product side I will calculate it, like zinc is 1, hydrogen is how much? Over here 2, sulfur is again 1, example. Here I am taking a very simple example of that water making. Means suppose hydrogen is reacting with oxygen and it is forming H2O. Okay. Now you can see here that number of hydrogen atoms here is 2 and here also it is 2. Okay. And now here number of oxygen atom is 2 and here number of oxygen atom is 1 only. So you can see here beta that hydrogen is 2, though hydrogen is 2 but oxygen is not similar. So what this type of reaction is what? Actually it is unbalanced chemical equation. Now what we have to do? Actually what happened, you know that law of conservation of mass says that matter can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. So it must be there कि ऐसा होना चाहिए कि इस रिएक्शन को यहाँ पे बैलेंस होना चाहिए, बिकॉज लॉ कहता है कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मास का दैट कभी भी कुछ भी डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं होता, वो बस एक से दूसरे चेंज होता है. तो यहाँ जो अमाउंट है वो यहाँ पर भी होना चाहिए. तो व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, वी हैव टू बैलेंस दिस इक्वेशन. नाउ हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू बैलेंस दिस इक्वेशन, दैट इज फॉलोइंग सम सॉर्ट ऑफ स्टेप्स. So that steps might be you all know that you have studied in 8th standard, but again I am telling you. Okay, so how you are going to balance this equation? So suppose see here hydrogen is 2 over here and here is 2, so we need no need of touching of that hydrogen, but oxygen is 2 here and 1. So what we will do here, look students, some rules are there. Every time whenever we are putting any number, don't put any number in between of this. So what we are going to do is we cannot put 2 over here to balance this oxygen. Means similarly इस ऑक्सीजन को बराबर करने के लिए हम ये 2 नहीं लगा सकते हैं, मतलब हम बीच में कहीं नहीं लगा सकते हैं. हमें रूल कहता है that you will put always number in front of that particular compound, or we can say that particular element. Okay, means you will write the number in the multiples. Okay, multiples में आप सामने की तरफ ही लिख सकते हो, बीच में कहीं भी उसको ऐड नहीं कर सकते हो. तो हमारा प्रॉब्लम क्या था, हमारी प्रॉब्लम थी कि ऑक्सीजन हमको बराबर करना था. तो ये ऑक्सीजन क्या है, यहाँ पे 2 है, तो what we will do, write 2 over here. Now what happened in this situation, 2 oxygen is going to be balanced, that oxygen is 2 now here, but what happened to hydrogen becomes 4 over here. So again the same situation is there. Now what is unbalanced, hydrogen is 2 here and hydrogen is 4. Now what we can do for balancing is this 4, we can multiply 2 over here, then what is going to happen, then again this hydrogen is going to 4 and here hydrogen is going to 4. Now your equation is what, balanced. So some sort of rules are there which you have to apply and then you are going to balance that particular reaction. Okay, so these reactions are actually balanced reactions and you will get so many examples in your book. Just practice these things with the help of your refreshers and your book. Now one next thing is means if we are writing any chemical reaction students and we want to make our chemical reaction more informative, so how we can make the chemical reaction more informative, some sort of steps are there. Like suppose here we have taken, firstly we have taken this example, zinc plus H2SO4 gives ZnSO4 plus H2. So how it is going means first thing means how you will make your reaction informative. First thing is you will add or indicate the physical state of the reactants and product in equation. Physical state means whether the substance is solid, liquid or gas or aqueous. So how you can write here, see zinc is actually solid in nature, so you will write S over here plus, then H2SO4 is actually aqueous in nature, so you will write AQ over here, and this zinc SO4 is again aqueous in nature, so you will write AQ over here, and H2 is actually gas, so you will write here G in front of it. So by this way you solid, liquid or gas or aqueous. So this means by this you are making the reaction more informative. So this is good. So this is one way to make your reaction more informative. Next one is to indicate the heat changes in equation. Look students, heat changes means see, two types of reactions are there. First is exothermic and second is endothermic reaction. Now an exothermic reaction in which what happened, the heat is going to move out, or we can say that lot of heat is produced in particular reaction. For example, if I am taking here carbon plus oxygen, it will give carbon dioxide. Here look, carbon is solid, oxygen is gas, carbon dioxide is again gas, and in this reaction lot of amount of heat is elaborated, or we can say removed. So this here I have written plus heat, means wherever you will see that heat or heat energy is written on that particular reaction, you will say that yes, this reaction is exothermic reaction. Okay. Similarly, like burning of natural gas. Okay, burning of natural gas, like I will take the example of CH4. CH4 is what? Methane. This is gas. Then plus 2 oxygen. Okay, this is gas, and it will give carbon dioxide. Again, it is gas. Okay, and plus water. Here I am writing G, means here water is in vaporized form, and plus heat energy, means in this reaction also lot of heat energy is removed, and this type of reaction is exothermic. Okay, respiration is also an exothermic reaction. And what about endothermic reaction? In endothermic reaction what happened? In endothermic reaction we have, means in that reaction actually what happened, the energy is going to be absorbed by that particular reaction. So like in like this reaction, nitrogen plus oxygen, it will take the heat and then it will form the 2 nitrogen oxide. Okay, nitrogen monoxide. So this is what here heat is utilized over here, that's why it is known as endothermic reaction. And look, third one, the last one, the condition to indicate the condition under which the reaction takes place. Actually what happens sometimes whenever reaction takes place, it requires some sort of important conditions. Like for example, if we want to convert this potassium chlorate, okay, we will write KClO3. This is actually what? Potassium chlorate. It is solid in nature. Okay, and it needs actually heat. Okay, this reaction occurs in the presence of heat and in the presence of MnO2, means manganese oxide. Okay, now in presence of manganese oxide, it is going to convert into potassium chloride plus oxygen. Okay, so what is this? This delta sign or triangle sign is showing that this requires heat and in the presence of manganese oxide this reaction takes place. So whatever things you need, you will write over here. Whatever, suppose a reaction needs temperature, then you will write here temperature. Like in carbon monoxide, when it will react with hydrogen, there is a requirement of 300 atmospheric pressure plus 300 degree Celsius. So you will write over here, and downside of that you will write that whatever substance like zinc oxide or chromium, that chromic oxide, जो भी जरूरत पड़ेगी वो आप क्या करोगे यहाँ पर लिखोगे. ठीक है, तो this type, by this way, means by these ways you can make the reactions more informative. So this is all about the chemical reactions and equation. I have taken 1-2 examples, students. Lot of examples are there in your book, so just go through those examples and practice those examples, otherwise you will not get